So in second grade, we did a lot of spelling tests where you had to like write what you thought the word was when the teacher said it, and you would normally sound it out. But I would always get it wrong because I didn't know orthography and I just sounded out.
But ever since I came into 5th grade, I've actually gotten a lot better at spelling. And I always had these questions like, well, why do we put the E here? You know, it just doesn't make sense. And you taught me like why you put the E here and why you don't double.
I think orthography is really cool because like I could like go up to like a first grader and they would be like, hey, do you know how to pronounce this word? And I could like tell all about that word. I could tell like where it's from and what it's about and a lot about it, which is really cool about orthography.
I did TERR as a unitary base. It comes from Latin and it means frightened, filled with fear. Then I found the word terrific and then I was like, but I remembered terrific as meaning like very good. So I went to Edom Online, I looked it up, and actually in 1660 it means frightening, in 1809 it means severe, in 1888 it means excellent.
I like figuring out the numerous bases because it helped me figure out like words meaning like say respiration. SPIRE means to like breathe, and SPIRE is a base in respiration.
I like how we put words up on the board and people do like how they think like they should get split up with like the bases and prefixes. And I like how we like talk over them so we can like learn new things about the new words.
I didn't know that victor means winning of a battle, and it's from Latin verb victus.
I personally like doing the IPA because I liked how it was more about the pronouncing, not the spelling.
I like writing our names in IPA. It was fun to learn about how each letter is different from what we usually call it. Like one of my A's is different from the other A, even though they're the same letter.
In the beginning of the 5th grade, and all the words we spoke were from English, just because that we spoke in English. So, but then at the end of the year, it's fascinating to know that some words come from different languages.
A lot of other teachers, like what they would do is they would like just spell it out on a sticky note. It's not helping me learn how to spell it. It's just telling me, well, that's how you spell it. They don't explain anything about it. And that, unlike you do, you don't do that. You explain how it actually is spelled and why it's spelled that way. I really like that.
I learned that cow came from Old English and that beef came from Old French.
I like learning about the Latin verbs because I got to see all the words that went with the bases and see all their meanings.
In Latin, there are singular letter bases. I like that the word addition has an AD prefix and a D base, and then a ITE stem suffix, and an ION suffix.
I learned how to look up words on Edom Online and other websites.
Ever since like kindergarten, we've been learning how to sound out words. So then when we got to 5th grade and we were taught not to, and we learned to do orthography, and once you get the hang of it, it's much easier than sounding it out. Much easier.
I liked working on the PTER base in pterodactyl. I also liked working on portmanteaus. Portmanteaus are two words put together, just like a suitcase when they close together. I didn't know ginormous was a portmanteau. It's actually made out of giant and enormous.
If you have a TCH in a word, the vowel is always going to be short.
I really liked researching the word nice because it meant like kind of the opposite like a long time ago, because it meant like foolish and stupid, which was kind of cool.
I like doing the separate word posters because then you got to choose a word that you were interested in learning about.
I liked investigating oxymorons and learning about them. Oxymorons meant like the opposite, basically. And my favorite oxymoron is butt head.
if you last a couple of years, like they just like, why is there an either? Well, there's just either. Just write it like that. You wouldn't do that. You like explain it, and then we research it, and then they make us understand it better, which that really helped.
You like give us challenges, and you make it fun, and you help us explain stuff. But then also, if we have a question, you'll try to make us figure it out, and then if we need help, you'll like help us, and that's really like fun.
It was cool looking up the Latin verb stare, because when you look it up on Edema Online, you get stare. So I had to search STO, and then I had to go through each of the words to see if it had stare, and it took a long time before I could actually find one, because there's other Latin verbs that mean to stand also, like sistere and histanae.
One thing that I really like about you is that I ask a lot of questions, and the teachers in the past usually just cut me off when it gets too long, and you never do that, and I really like that.
I honor questions. For a community of learners, best thing we can do is ask questions.
I feel like now that I know about orthography and stuff, now if I ever have a question about a word at like home or something, I can go on Edema Online and figure out what it actually means.